Today is a big test of our credentials early on in the Premier League season. First we have Tottenham, then Man City. So let's go and get 6 points to show that we can win the Premier League this season. That's not going to happen. Hello there folks and welcome to episode 2 of season 3 of Conquering the Euro on Football Manager 2019 with Liverpool. Today we play at home against Tottenham, Carlo Ancelotti's Tottenham, and then go away to the Etihad, or the Etihad Stadium of course, to go and play Man City in the Premier League. Now we've only played 2 games, we've only played one more game that you've seen on camera, and it was a draw. We were 2-0 up against Burnley, it was away from home, and Burnley came back from 2-0 down with courtesy of Goodmanson and made it 2-2. And to be honest, we just didn't play well enough, and away form was our real struggle last year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see us beat Tottenham today and lose to City, but I'm really fearful of today's games, because if we go and lose both of them, then it could be, I know it sounded stupid, but it could very easily be season over already, but apart from that, nothing to talk about. So, let's get straight into this Spurs game. So we've got our strongest team out there, apart from the fact that Mamana is on the bench, and of course Joe Gomez is injured for a while. But apart from that, Aguero and Firmino start up front with Gnabry and Salah in the attacking midfield. Keita and Wijnaldum start in the midfield with Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Robertson and Jorge Mir starting at the back. And Alisson, of course, starts in goal. I had a comment from someone, not a comment, but I was talking to someone the other day and I was watching the Liverpool-Fulham game and someone was saying, why is Becker playing in goal? Why is Alisson not there? But admittedly, I don't know if it wasn't for FM, I probably wouldn't know that Becker's Alisson's last name. He's just known as Alisson, isn't he? So that's a very bizarre one. But we're attacking, we're saying to them, you know, we lost last time we played them, if you remember, back in that League Cup final early on in last year, and hopefully that will spur the players on a little bit. You like that against Spurs. That will spur the players on a little bit, and hopefully we can get 3 points here. It seems that every team that's played so far has not had an well, they've been unbeaten, but they haven't had an absolutely perfect record in terms of 9 points, 3 wins from 3, which is encouraging because we've obviously had a draw so far. So if we can win today's game, we can go top of the table. But I am a little bit fearful of how today's game will go. It might be even more fearful in a minute because Belotti's through on goal with Dele Alli on a one-on-one. Luckily though, although it was a bit of a balls up there, luckily we don't concede. Now, I don't really know, to be honest, how we're supposed to be playing professional possession football, particularly, because we can go less direct, but then surely gegenpressing's about being direct. But I don't particularly know I don't know how we retain possession, because obviously on the old games, you know, you could retain possession. Does it just mean shorter passing now? Potentially, but then I don't really see the point of that. But to have 34% of possession is pretty rubbish, to be quite honest. So we are going to try and pass a little bit less direct, but still pass into space. But we are half an hour in here, and because Tottenham have had a lot more possession, I wouldn't be surprised to go and take the lead now. But Gnabry gets it out for now. Hopefully Naby Keita can get this up. But this could be our first big opportunity. Good ball from Keita through to Firmino. Firmino on the wing still. Puts it into Aguero. Aguero with the header, and it's just wide. That could be a really good chance for us. It was off target, our 3rd shot on goal. And that's a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully we can get a little bit more possession. Hopefully we don't concede before half-time. And our defence has been quite good so far, but we haven't had the attacking prowess either, which is something we're trying to achieve with 2 men up front. But it doesn't seem to have happened at the moment. But Tottenham haven't taken the chance. To be fair, they've only had 5 shots, so they haven't been all that good. But hopefully this is a chance for us here, and hopefully our first goal. Lovely ball from Wijnaldum through to Gnabry, and he shoots, and it's just wide as well. We're going to tell the players to be a bit more expressive, but just to make sure, we're going to distribute to the target man. I know that we haven't got a target man, but I presume that just means the strikers. But we are going to tell the players to demand a little bit more of them, because that, well, we'll tell them that at half-time, but we have had 2 chances at least now. Obviously, I haven't seen the others on camera, but we have had 2 chances at least that potentially could have been goal-scoring opportunities. It's 1 each in terms of the clear-cut chances, so it's very much level in terms of that, and it's lucky to be, well, it's not lucky, but it's justified that it's a draw at the moment, very near to Belotti making it 1-0. It certainly beat Alisson, but luckily it didn't beat the post. And luckily I've got a cup of tea, so I can chill out a little bit. Lovely cup of tea that is. But at half-time we've had less than 40% of possession. We're going to tell the lads that we're not very pleased. A couple of players aren't particularly happy with that, particularly Van Dijk and Aguero. But this is the sort of game, if we're going to go and win the league, that we need, ultimately, to be the winners of. And I think we are going to have to go. Did we go slightly shorter passing? See, we did, but for some reason, we're just going to tend to play air defence. Don't do anything too silly, I might find. You know, don't overcomplicate things. Distribute to an area. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I haven't seen that before. You can either distribute to a position. So I think, well, see, I would prefer to distribute to some. I think we'll have to distribute to the playmaker then in that case. And then out of our out of possession tactic is pretty good. We're going to play a bit wider in terms of our dispense, just to make sure that we keep that. But we haven't even got something like prevent goalkeeper distribution on. So, for some reason, we're giving away possession very easily, and our pass completion rate is rubbish, to be quite honest. But hopefully, we can improve this half. Hopefully, the negative team talk will give the players a bit of a spur on. Lovely play from Salah to Gnabry, and that was an awful shot. I think he must have just skied it there. But it is still 0-0, which is something I wouldn't really expect from a game like this. But it always seems the big games don't do particularly well in terms of their goal scoring. But hopefully, we can get on the right side of this game. It seems that the attacks that Tottenham have had, particularly in the last few moments, have been well interrupted by us. They've been quite direct in terms of their passing, and we've been good in terms of interrupting that play. But considering they've had a lot more possession, I'm a little bit surprised to see they've had less shots. I don't quite know what Lloris was doing there in clearing the ball, and Robertson seemed to fall to sleep a little bit as well there. But lovely ball from Robertson to Firmino, but unfortunately it doesn't quite come off in the end. But Regani takes a risk, and Aguero could have got back to that. But actually, it's a brilliant ball from Keita. Through to Salah. Can we take the chance? It's a shot, but again, it's just past the post, and there's been 4 or 5 really good chances. 3 for one team, 2 for another. I have to say, some of these could have quite easily been in the back of the net, and I think if we don't take our opportunities soon, we're going to have to look at substitutes and potentially bringing the likes of Origi, Trincao, Shaqiri, and even Gertz on as an attacking threat. But we're 60 minutes in. Hopefully, this is our first goal. Alexander-Arnold still to Aguero on the wing. Not particularly sure why he's out there, but we'll take it. Salah into Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum shoots, and it's just wide off the goal. Right, we're 60 minutes in, so we're going to make a few changes. Now, Gnabry hasn't had the game of his life. It's had quite a poor game today, actually. So we're going to bring him off. And we're also going to bring Gini Wijnaldum off, because he's had a bit of a... It's not necessarily he's had a poor game, but he does seem quite tired. So we'll bring Keita back. We'll still play him as box-to-box. But what we're going to do, we're going to bring the wing-backs back to defend, just to make sure that we've Gertz on the more attacking centre-mid, that there's cover at the back. Because all that we want to do is at least get a point today. If we get a point, it's much better than losing, obviously. But I'm a little bit concerned that if we bring the likes of Gertz on and we keep our wing-backs where they are, that we might not be able to do anything here. But we are 70 minutes in. Jadon Sancho comes on for them, the player who we tried to sign last year. We're going to try the players to get creative with 15 minutes to go. But it looks like he's going to have to take something pretty special at this stage for either team to break the deadlock, which is quite a surprise, actually, considering that these two teams, obviously Liverpool and Tottenham, are usually quite, heavy goal scoring. And we scored 2 goals against West Brom, 2 goals against Burnley. I really hope that going a little bit more attacking hasn't hindered our defence. It seems it hasn't there, and hopefully this is a good chance for us. Salah to Keita. Still Keita, back to Gertz. Can Gertz make something? Salah to Keita, lovely fluid football. Nothing quite coming though. Trincao into the box to Salah, and it's 1-0 to the Pool. And the 2 wingers have combined to make it 1-0. And we're just going to tell the players to tighten up. Well, we can't quite yet, but a lovely assist from Trincao. Very much Keita and Gertz making that play. Some lovely fluid football. And Keita tries the first shot. Lloris parries it. A lovely ball straight away from Trincao. He picks out Aguero first off. But luckily, because Aguero doesn't get it, Salah's right behind him, who brings it down and puts it in the back of the net. And hopefully, that should be it. We should really get to counter-attacking, but it might pay off staying in attacking mode if we can get a second one here. Gertz to Keita to Salah again. Oh, very close. Lloris just brings it off the line. And we're going to make one more substitution. We're going to bring Mamana on for Mia. Just a bit of defensive backup. And we're going to go to you to support. We'll put Gertz on attacks just so there's a bit more attack. And we're going cautious. So just going to tighten up. We've got a few minutes left. But if we do pull this off, that's an absolutely fantastic result. And puts us top of the table, albeit for goal difference, the fact that Chelsea are 1 above us. But I have to say, I'm really pleased with that. And the top 4 reads us, Chelsea, Man City and Newcastle. And Mo Salah's goal looks to have been the crucial one here to win us this game. And that is absolutely fantastic. 20 shots we had in the end. We very much got back into this game in the end. And got the 3 points in the end, which I'm quite shocked at. As you could probably tell, I was a little bit negative at the start. But hopefully this positivity gems into a bit of a run now, and we can go and beat Man City at the Etihad. We've made a few changes then for this tie against Man City. Henderson replaces Keita in the middle, Trincao replaces Gnabry on the wing, and Mario Balotelli replaces Roberto Firmino up front. So it's an all, not pre-Man City, what's it called? Ex-Man City, not pre-Man City, I'm not wrong about it. Ex-Man City up front with Mario Balotelli and Sergio Aguero partnering for the first time up front today. I thought I'd put Henderson in. I'm not a massive Henderson fan, but he does make sure that the attacking movement and the defence is good. So I just thought that we'll bring Henderson in because he's more of a solid player. Keita's more of an attacking player, and I think Henderson shores up the back four and just makes sure we've got a little bit more defensive support, albeit when he puts the ball back and forth. But we're top of the table for the moment. Take a picture of that one, folks, because I don't think we'll be there for very long, particularly if this corner goes in from Man City. Laporte back out, but Mir gets it out. Very good stuff from Mir getting it out, but it's straight back out to Laporte, who put it over, but in fact it's a missed pass, and Salah's got the ball. Here we go. Changing fortune. Salah to Balotelli. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper, and Balotelli makes it 1-0 within 2 minutes against Man City. And as it says, it was always going to happen. Balotelli scores against his old team. I'm just going to watch, I'm going to put this camera into 3D after he gets the goal, just to see what sort of celebration Balotelli does against his old team. So I feel like it's going to be a little bit like Adebayor against Arsenal style. Balotelli is not going to care whatsoever. Look at him. He's celebrating like mad. There's Liverpool fans in the corner there. The City fans are not going to be pleased whatsoever. And from just complete luck, to be quite honest there, it was a brilliant counter-attack, brilliant vision from Mo Salah to intercept that pass from Laporte and get it forward to our striker. And it seems that picking Balotelli in front of Firmino has been an inspired choice. But I think that's very much gone against the grain of what's happened so far in this game, because City have absolutely dominated so far. They've had 5 shots, 67% of possession. Perhaps, though, we can go against the grain of the game once again and get a goal. Lovely ball from Henderson through to Salah. Can he get another assist? Salah, he kites a penalty. What is going on here? Mario Balotelli's going to take it. Can he make it 2-0 to Liverpool? We should not be 1-0 up. Never mind, 2-0. Balotelli, 1-1 with the keeper. What's he going to do? It's in. Mario Balotelli makes it 2-0 to Liverpool against City. But to be quite honest, City are one of those teams that can be 2-0 down within 20 minutes and still come back. I didn't say what I said at the start of this episode out of irony. I didn't say that because I thought, oh, we're going to win. I seriously didn't think we were going to win. We probably won't still win now. But wow, I did not expect, well, I might have expected to beat Tottenham 1-0, but I certainly didn't expect to be 2-0 up against Man City. Man City of all people, with Balotelli getting 2 of the goals within half an hour. I thought that I would be absolutely slaughtered in the comments for playing Balotelli. Well, we've had 2 shots so far, courtesy of Mr. Balotelli, and he's put away both of them, albeit one of them was a penalty. But if we can keep the defence tight now, this game should be over. It doesn't seem like Man City really offering too much. I'll say this, and they'll probably score. They've had a number of corners I've noticed so far, and we've been able to clear them quite well, but this might be the exception as Asensio makes it an absolutely fantastic goal. That's just what a player like Marco Asensio can do. He belts it in the back of the net, and that is City's 14th shot of the game. We're going to have to go back attacking now, because I think the problem might just be that we're wasting possession. I think that's our problem. Play air defence, don't pass into space. No, a bit more direct passing to make up for that. And then I think perhaps distribute over the opposition defence. It seems that City are quite weak when it comes to their defence. It seems so far anyway. They've took a player down in the box. I mean, most of those players are very different to what they were at the start of the save, but it's been a weird one this half. Balotelli's made it 2-0, alright, they've got one back, but we're going to tell the players that, to be fair, they have played brilliantly. We haven't really expected them to do anything today, although we did say it when we were trying to encourage them at the start of the game. We weren't really expecting too much, and all of a sudden, Balotelli's put them 2-0 up, but I do fear that City are going to do a little bit of a Burnley and come back from 2-0 down, which is, you know, completely justified compared looking at how good City have been. And this could be it within the first 30 seconds of the half here, which makes our team talk a little bit wasteful in terms of the fact that it's not going to motivate the players all too much. But Karsdorp on the edge of the box to De Bruyne. We're putting some good pressure on, but this might just be what City need. Felipe Luis back to De Bruyne to Karsdorp. This could be a goal here into the box. Dybala, yeah, it's in. Well, City have brought it back from 2-0 down. I'm not surprised. City have absolutely dominated the game. We're going to tell the players we demand more of them because we're just not having enough shots. You know, we had 2 of those shots in the first 20 minutes. So within, I guess, another half an hour, we've had another 2 shots. Which isn't good enough. And I feel like City probably will go and win this game. It just shows us, I don't get this game in terms of the tactics, in terms of possession, because we're leaking possession way too much. And it seems to be a regular thing. But even against the small teams, we're not dominating possession. And I don't quite understand how you can play sort of... I mean, we're not playing the most direct football in the world, but I don't know how you can play sort of direct football, almost slightly direct football, without completely blowing away the stats in terms of possession. I feel like City are going to go and score again here, which would be a real shame. Leroy Sané on the edge of the box runs for the defence. But a bit of weird pass though. It's straight to Karsdorp. It was that quick. I don't think Trincao could reach the ball. But De Bruyne back to Luiz. This could be 3-2 to City now. De Bruyne, Luiz. Hopefully we can keep them out though. But because of the length of the highlight, I'm a little bit worried. Unless we win the ball back and put it back to ourselves. But brilliant stuff from Henderson. This is going to be 3-2. Guerreiro shoots. Back to Arzani. And it's 3-2 to City. That's not good enough. It's really not good enough. We were 2-0 up here. It's really not good enough to be giving the ball away like that. We're going to have to just do some direct passing, unfortunately, now. We're going against the grain of what I've just said, but it's not good enough. It really frustrates me when it comes to this, because we can attack, we can really attack, and we've got a good defence, but we just can't use it. And that really frustrates me, because we've just leaked 3 goals, and we were 2-0 up. We could have easily won this game. And we've to be frank, we've ballsed it up. Don't try many long balls, but we're not doing anything. We're not even getting the shots on target with the long balls, and this could be 4-2. Could be an absolute embarrassment from going 2-0 up, and Man City are just going to laugh at us here. Rafael Guerreiro. No, Dybala to De Bruyne. It's just a matter of time, I feel like, before they score another goal. Guerreiro, they're just bullying us around the box. Guerreiro to De Bruyne. De Bruyne on the edge of the box. It's going to be a goal here. No, it's not, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for us. What we're going to do, no, alright, fair enough, just completely change it without anything I've said. We're going to focus play down the middle. Hit early crosses. In transition, I think we're not going to dispute to anyone in particular. But we are going to hold a bit of a high defensive line. I feel like that's something we've got to do. And just tell the players to show some passion. We're really not in this game at the moment, and that's a real problem. And we have got a highlight now, which could mean that it's a bit of a tactical masterclass, or it could be a bit of a worry, considering this quite short goal kick. Salah on the ball. Good ball through to Aguero, but nothing quite happening there. Guerreiro. Through again. A bit of Route 1 football from City. Something we haven't particularly seen today, but lovely stuff from Wijnaldum over to Alexander-Arnold. To Salah. And Salah on the ball. Shoots. It's just wide, and that could have put us straight back into this game. But good to see us having a good attack there. A good focused attack. And everyone's a bit G'd up by that. We're going to bring Aguero off because he hasn't had a good game. We're going to bring Origi on for him. We're going to bring Shaqiri on for Salah. Even though he's had a good game, I'm not disputing that at all, but it's not been the best of games for Salah. He had an assist, and it was a tight angle there, but you know it's more about rotation, I feel. But if City get the next goal, this game is all but over. I've gone very northern all of a sudden. But a lovely ball from Aguero through to Balotelli. Sure, it's not going to be a hat trick. Surely, go on, Balotelli. Balotelli, it's in. How has he scored that? How has Balotelli scored that one? Well, I'm going to edit it just to make sure we don't take Aguero off. We're just going to discard all the changes. How on earth has Balotelli scored that? How? How on earth has he scored that? It's Balotelli's hat-trick against his former club. What a story to write home about. But his former teammate, well, he's still his teammate, but another ex-City teammate has made the assist. I don't know how he scored from there. How has he gone from that angle to power it past the keeper? I mean, that's the ridiculous thing. We're so good up front. And then we're going to go and concede, aren't we? Dybala, luckily it's wide, but we're going to have to go counter-attacking now. But it's so frustrating when you see just pure bits of class like that. And then, you know, you're seeing stupid things like the defence can't defend. Which is what they're there for, you know. They're there to defend. Right, we're going to make it 2 substitutions for the moment. I'm quite amazed that Balotelli's got a hat-trick. I was not expecting that one in a month for Sundays, to be quite honest. But 15 minutes to go. And it's been quite the contrary to that game against Tottenham. It's going to be a very balanced game. It'll probably end up as a draw, but I'm more than happy with that. We are going to make our last sub, though. Bring Origi on for Aguero. And because I'm greedy, we are going to go for this win. If we lose now, it makes me look a bit of a plonker. But, you know, that's the way I like to play. I'd rather go for the win than settle for a draw. And it might well be that City win this. But the gamble might well pay off. A good ball from Robertson through to Balotelli. He doesn't quite get the ball, but still the ball in their ballpark. But unfortunately, it's not going to be like that anymore. Asensio with the counter-attack. This is a little bit worrying with their strength in numbers. Sané. But luckily, it hits off the post and goes straight to Alisson. 4 minutes left of extra time. And I don't think anything else is going to change. But I think walking away with a point from the Etihad has been an absolutely fantastic result. And it just shows that we have the attacking ability to blow anyone away. Someone like Manchester City as well. Hold on, we've got one more chance. Alexander-Arnold still. Origi, nothing quite there. I thought it might have been a penalty, but that should be it now. One more chance for City, perhaps, it seems. And this looks a little bit menacing. Good ball to Arzani. Arzani, this surely can't be a goal. Good stuff from Robertson. He should get it out now, and that should be it. Referee still hasn't blown the whistle there, Guerrero. And that's a whistle blown. And we've got a draw out of Man City, something I wasn't particularly expecting there. But still, absolutely fantastic in the end. So I bet you didn't expect, walking into today's episode, that Balotelli would get a hat-trick against City. And in fact, that we get 4 out of the 6 points in those games. I'm delighted with that, to be quite honest. A good start to our Premier League season. We're unbeaten, 8 points in 4 games. Not really much more you can ask for, considering the teams we've played, particularly with Tottenham and City. But now it's time to go on a good run, try and stay unbeaten, and hopefully see that through until the first match of the Champions League, which is where we will come back to tomorrow at 6 PM. But if you enjoyed that, folks, make sure to leave a like. Click on the end screen elements to go through to anything on the channel if you like that sort of thing. But until the next time, folks, thank you very much for watching and for getting to this point. And I thank you tremendously for your support. And we're nearly at 600 subscribers. So click down below if you want to subscribe for daily FM content. It's really appreciated. But until the next time, folks, I have been TIJ, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.